not worthy enough. And it creates this huge disconnect in ourselves, from ourselves to ourselves, as well as ourselves to the world around us. And the more isolated and lonely we become within our journey, the more dark it will become. The deeper the addiction will become, the more severe it will become, the more I'll isolate myself and ostracize myself away. And the harder it will be for me to face, you know, the demons of my mind and to address my limiting beliefs, because I become more and more and more certain, especially as I become an addict, more and more certain that, like, why should anyone care about me if I am a worthless human being who now steals and lies and has lost my child? And, you know, that's where addiction can take us. So it's such a long and scary, you know, path for someone. But it's the same thing with an eating disorder, you know, to end up in that place where we have so much shame and so much guilt. And it's like, how do I even start this process? Because I'm not even worthy of starting this process, because I'm not good enough. And I've just proved it to myself over the past 5 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, no, it's really powerful. You said that. Even just the other day, for just a quick mention, I had a girlfriend of mine, and we were caught in it on the beach on like the camera in Bali. They do the surfing, and I was laughing, and I sent her a picture like, oh, we were caught. You know, I spoke to her in person. I was like, we were caught on the camera, and she was wearing like, you know, like a baggy top, and she instantly felt the shame about her body because she didn't feel or look her best self. And it's funny because I really, not funny, but I relate that to myself, because in my life, I think we were talking about it before, I've been so obsessed about what I eat and what I put in my body, to the point where I was gaining weight and I was looking at other women, like they eat what they want, they do what they want, and also like kind of subconsciously projecting that and shaming other women because I had this belief like, oh, how can they can eat what they want? And also it was coming from that lack within, and I felt like this shame that I was had to be so controlled about what I ate, and actually would put on more weight. But yeah, going back to the friend that I was speaking about, and I just saw how women are just so, we link everything, our self-worth, to our body and the way that we look, and it's so unfortunate, because I really feel the more greater wholeness we get and the more tapped into that authenticity, the more beautiful we become. Like, you know, we're not wearing any makeup, and we like love it, you know, compared to when we're younger and we like put all the makeup on and we, you know, we hide ourselves because we don't really connect, we don't know our true selves yet.
Absolutely. And you know, I think women have such a, women and men, you know, I mean, I work more so with women, but men, you know, go through the same thing as well. But it's the, I think there are so many things which fuel that comparison trap. You know, if we already feel like if we have an underlying narrative that we're not good enough for any way, and then you couple that, unfortunately, with society's expectations, with advertising, with magazines, with social media, with all this information, with school even, you know, when you're at school, you're told, or we were told, you know, what are you going to be when you grow up? Don't do that. That's wrong. That's not ladylike. Dress like this. Don't do that. You know, like you're told this stuff, and we absorb all of this information all the time, and we're always then comparing ourselves, because comparison is a survival mechanism that we have had within us for a very long time. It's just that we have so much information now, and so much false information, that is causing us to feel like we're just innately not good enough. And so we need to, like you said, starve ourselves, or we compare, like, you know, my legs to someone who's got legs that are so much longer, and then I strive to have the impossible, you know, and then that becomes this cycle of anxiety, and a cycle of depression, and a cycle of unworthiness, and always feeling like someone has something better than you, rather than embracing all of who you are and finding that authenticity within you and flourishing within it. Because I think that is the most beautiful thing to see, when someone can be like, hey, this is who I am, and this is all of what I am. These are my imperfections, these are the things I'm working on, these are the things I'm proud of myself for, these are my boundaries, this is the way I communicate. Like that is super empowering, and it's amazing. It would be amazing to see more and more people be able to operate in that way. You know, I'm a big believer in what I call the ripple effect, which is like when someone is able to delve into that, then you only become an inspiration for others. You only become someone who can, you know, help society and the environments in the world in a greater way, and then that then hopefully ripples to someone else who then is inclined to do the same and the same and the same.